It all started with BMW's reinvention of the Mini, which showed us in pretty dramatic style just how popular a premium super Mini could be. Since then, we have seen the Audi A1, the Fiat 500 and the Citroën DS3 take serious chunks out of Mini's sales, although that sector actually accounted for nearly 80,000 sales in the UK last year, which is pretty impressive. Now, Vauxhall wants to add to Mini's problems with this, the new, fashionable and individual Vauxhall Adam. So Vauxhall have tried to do something a bit different with the Adam. Instead of going retro-inspired like most of its rivals, it's completely new, completely original, and I think that's why they've gone for the slightly unusual name as well. Of course, you've got huge amounts of options. Vauxhall reckons there's up to 1 million combinations of unique Adam. The trim levels are called Jam, Glam and Slam, with Slam being the top level and Jam the base. And this is one of the problems I have with this car actually, is that the marketing of it, there's a real kind of dad at the disco forced coolness about the whole thing. I don't know who really is going to want to go into a showroom and ask for a car in James Blonde, complete with a white My Fire roof. It all just seems a bit kind of, it's just a bit cringy, it's a bit trying too hard, and I'm not sure that that's actually helping the car at all. It's quite well placed in the market. It's sort of between the cheaper Fiat 500 and the more expensive DS3 and the Mini, priced at just over £11,000 starting price. However, we're driving a mid-range Glam model, which is just over £13,000 when you spec it with the stop-start system. And when you have the stop-start system, it also manages 119 grams per kilometre and just over 55 mpg, which is not bad actually from a conventional four-cylinder engine, even by the standards of the rivals in the class. However, the dynamics do let this car down a bit, I'm afraid. We've got the 1.4 86 brake horsepower car here, which is mid-range between a lower powered 1.2 and a 99 brake horsepower version of the same 1.4, all of which are engines that feature in the Corsa already. And it does feel like the old engine it is. It's very breathless. You have to work it really hard. It's all right at urban speeds, it picks up okay, but anything more than that and it really struggles. The handling's all right, but it's let down by the steering, which is really, really disconnected and numb. However, that is going to change for the UK because there is UK-specific steering settings which we have not tried yet. Even the ride quality isn't brilliant, I'm afraid. It's a bit thumpy over bigger intrusions and it can skip quite disconcertingly if you've got cornering forces and you're going quite quickly. And it's also not very refined. So at motorway speeds you're going to be doing well over 3,000 RPM and it's quite a tinny, sort of thrashy sounding car. There is a lot that's good about it. The interior is really nice. The spec's really good. In this mid-spec one you get Bluetooth, you get DAB radio, you get cruise control, you do get a panoramic sunroof as standard as well, although we have in this car foregone the panoramic sunroof and instead we have got LED lighting. It's got a very nice colour touchscreen which has got really good smartphone integration, and I think the Adam's target audience will really appreciate that. So even the sat-nav software is based on the phone and not in the car. So obviously that updates when you update your phone. It's easy to see what Vauxhall is trying to achieve with the Adam. It's a really creative little car that has the potential to change the brand's image. However, it does disappoint a little, not only in terms of the engines and the handling, but also in terms of its lack of that classless appeal that I think really sets apart the cars in this sector. The new engines may well transform a lot of that. However, until then, I think the Adam will struggle to really compete in such a competitive class.